gaming.youtube.com/ I don't remember user.
Dude, I'm a follower, dude. I got you on my side now.
All right. I want to show you how that I can actually now mute everything. I've got to get the chat thing fixed so I can like leave the chat window open and see folks watching.
Got it.
Okay, so watch this. I'm gonna switch to my Daisy Away. Now my desktop audio. I'm running around right now. I'm gonna go start up the car, but you shouldn't hear it, right? Yeah. So I just started the engine. So okay, so it takes about 2 seconds, I guess. But I just started the engine. You shouldn't be able to hear anything from the game. This is audio. Oh, that's my mic. God damn it. You don't hear anything? No, but I mean, you don't hear the car engine? Okay, hold on. Yeah, here alright, here we go. Now you should see it and you should hear the engine.
No, I don't hear any of the DayZ stuff.
It's got to come back. I mean, the video's got to come back.
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
It's working.
Yeah, see, that's what I was like, it took a little bit to get that working. It was just like, okay, fine, I'll have switch to stream, or switch to scene and mute the desktop audio, and it worked just fine, so. Give me a second, I gotta change my desk. God, I'm sitting down too much. Time to go to Balota. See that email I sent out about maybe making it 6-hour schedules?
Dude, I was talking to people about that, dude, and everybody kind of likes the 4-hour, dude.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I won't touch it. I might do the 4-hour, but I might switch it to I don't know, later, like October or something. So it's cooler, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. Do you think it?
I'm down with that, dude.
You think they take care of seasons?
I am completely 100% down with that, dude.
No, but do you think the game takes care of seasons like that? Like if we put it in closer to window, is it gonna be colder?
I don't know.
Hey.
What's up, dude?
Not much. Getting fucking ate up by goddamn ants, so we're having to relocate our entire office until we get an exterminator here.
Oh shit.
Yeah, man, I guess the heat has driven them inside, and yep. So I'm in the process of relocating offices right now.
We have ants in our place, but it's I don't know. It's like they're like sugar ants. So they don't.
So we thought the same thing at first, right? We were like, oh, well, because we saw a couple of them when, at the beginning of the summer, we were like, oh, well, they're sugar ants. It's not that big of a deal, right? And then they started biting the ever-loving fuck out of us. And I'm from a place where we actually have fire ants, and so for a second I was like, these hurt like fucking fire ants hurt.
Yeah.
And so I thought that we had those, but no, they're just black ants, and they mean sons of bitches.
We have, I mean, ours are just black ants, but they have never. That's what's crazy, and like I think the saying out here is like, if you got ants, you're not gonna have termites, and so I'm like, fucking come on in, It's like here's a little corner you can stand.
Yeah, like I'd be all about. I would be all about that, except we have I've got 2 dogs and 3 cats.
Oh.
And the problem with it is like we lifted up the dog's bed the other day. Because we have them all. We have them all sitting here in the office, right? We've got 2 dog beds in here, and we've got like a cat pole and all that kind of shit, so they can all hang out with us whenever we're gaming or whatever we're doing whatever, right? And little fuckers, we lifted up the bed, and it was like a fucking party down there. Like I'm talking about 100 of them, right? So
Oh, wow.
we went out and bought these fucking ant traps, and I have Terminex typically come out, every 3 months or so, or if I see them. And so I went to go get these ant traps, right? The fuckers just walked around them, or
We
like
have the ones
over
that
them.
we have the ones that are like the liquid traps. They're like in a tray or something like that. They go nuts for that. They're
Well-
like all over it.
The problem with doing that, so I'm all for the liquid traps, but the
But
problem with doing
you have
that,
pets.
we have pets. And so the plan is move all of our desktops and stuff like that. And we kind of need to do this anyway because our office has gotten a little bit to the place where it could use a fresh coat of paint. It could use a fresh coat of
Talking about the office in your house.
Yeah. Because we've got a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house or 2.5-bath house, and so we used to have one that was just a guest room. One was our office where we both kind of gamed and hung out together, and then one was for just our room, right?
Yeah.
And so what we're talking about doing is because we've recently switched over from having a full-on bed in the guest room to having just a couch that can fold out to a bed. What we're actually doing is we went and got some folding tables from Walmart last night, like the good 6 feet folding tables,
Yeah.
and are like, fuck it, we'll just set up in there for the time being. We'll set up the liquid traps in the office. Then once the ants are cleared out, if we feel comfortable, once we get the office cleaned up and picked up and back everything, we can just move back in the office and be perfectly fine. But it's just an alternate place. So that's actually what I'm working on today is doing that shit. I just happened to sit down for a second while I was looking for something, and saw that everybody was on, and I saw the thing about everybody moving back to TeamSpeak. So I was like, I'm gonna check on TeamSpeak and see how everything's going.
Yeah, I love the idea of going to Discord. So maybe we can slowly convince people to go over there. I mean, we just have to
Sure.
update some documentation, and we can have a permanent invite link to the main support group.
Sure, yeah. So who's the Foster family? Are they actually in DayZ? Like
Yeah, they're
on Wasteland?
Yeah,
Cool, alright. Very
they
cool.
are. Yeah, they run a some trading post.
Okay, very cool.
And I think actually Jen was saying that one of her guys had a really good RP interaction with the guys up at the trading post. So that's one of the reasons I think they're interested in coming back.
Is it the Lighthouse folks?
Treehouse folks.
Treehouse.
We're already making enemies up there, Shadow. You know that, right?
Enemies up where?
Well, me and Mizzle.
Oh yeah, you guys stole some freaking stuff, didn't you?
Yeah. No. We just what we did is we bargained. We was up there trading, and I traded him a binoculars for some for a lockpick.
I know.
Yeah,
I know all about it.
That Solo told you. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, and we had a good laugh about it, and then we. I was like, "That's pretty fucking hilarious," and I don't think they'll ever do that again.
Yeah, that's awesome.
What did you
Right,
guys wind up doing?
Well, I traded him a binocular. Well, we went up there and traded him some stuff, and then I came back out, and on the way back, we seen a car that was just sitting out there, and everything was in it, and we was like, dude, we could take this. And he was like, yeah, but the gates are open. I was like, okay, hold on. So I went up there and I traded him a set of binoculars for a lockpick, dude. And whenever he went to put the binoculars up, I locked the gate, and we jumped in the car and drove off.
That's pretty.
Dude.
That's pretty funny. It's a lesson, and you know what? It was an RP interaction, and nobody fucking died. So yay.
Well, last night the other night on Waste on the Red Zone, I'm just gonna go over there and cause problems a little bit, just because it's kind of funny because everyone over there is trying to ham it up really crazy for the streamers.
Oh yeah.
And so people are planting plot devices, but they're destructive plot devices. So for example, and destructive plot devices are fine. It's just
landmines.
No, like poison mangoes.
What's up,
Nice.
Jackie?
Like, so for example, we went to I made the run all the way up to Vybor from fucking like Electro, right? It's a long ass run.
Yeah.
I get all the way up there because Chief was like, hey, just so you know, I'm up in Vybor in the event you make it up this way. And Chief and I have done a lot of really good roleplay for a really long time. I don't know if either of you guys, Shadow, you probably remember the Syndicate, right?
No.
So Syndicate was the faction that I ran with King, Marcus, and was against Quinn and friends, and
nice.
like we ran 50% of the faction population, right? And it was all about like we knew how to get things. We were the traders. We were the hitmen. We were basically kind of like the mafia of the server, and we know how to get whatever we needed to get. We knew how to get whatever we needed to get, and basically operated out of that gigantic hotel way up in Novo. Right, and so it was really great role play. Everything was great. Our biggest enemy were were Quinn and friends, and like we would go to like the actual town and talk about, like Quinn and I would role play, and we would have like these debates about how they were actually parading as good guys but being bad guys because they were the ones who were choosing who is judge, jury, and executioner, and yada yada yada. Right, so it had this great role play ethic. And King and I did a lot of that too, right? Or Chief and I did a lot of that too, and Chief was very involved in it. And so Chief and I, whenever we had the opportunity, we try to get together and roleplay. And so like the first night was actually he was playing as Chief the Mango King, which is his character. Yeah. And so I played as a guy who randomly came upon him. And, like, he died of cholera, and then King tried to save me by pouring water on me. But now it's like one of his highlight reels. So it shows that he and I get along really well.
Cool.
And so last night I tried to go up to the red zone to role play with him. Get all the way up to Vybor, but I'm fucking starving to death. So I'm like, man, shit. All right, I want to grab one of these mangoes real quick, one of these pumpkins out of the ground. He's calling mangoes. Then I'll eat it, and then we'll start the role play, right? So I get over there, I grab one of the mangoes, or one of the pumpkins, eat it, and then, like, start talking. But as I'm talking to people, and as I'm like, dude, I suddenly see the, I suddenly see your mouth tastes funny. I'm like, which of these motherfuckers made the bad decision, decided to poison me after I found their camp? Right? And so then they tried to do this whole thing where they were trying to figure out who was poisoning the mangoes, and my character was just having fucking none of it. He was like, "No, you're all gonna fucking die." So I went outside the town back to where I'd found their tents and started basically raiding all of their weapons to go to war with them inside of Vybor. And like they were trying to do these like assassination and like executions and stuff like that, but I would keep firing shots into the room that they were in, causing the entire like group to dive down and lay on their chest and go prone. So I was just adding chaos to the whole thing, and then I eventually died due to the sickness.
That was you last night shooting at them inside of their little base?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was awesome. I was watching the stream.
Yeah, when they were trying to do the whole thing where they were figuring out who was poisoning who.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was me with the guy with the fucking magnum and shit.
Nice.
And so I would fire in the side of the building, cause them to panic out a little bit, and then whenever I heard them start talking again, I would fire into the actual room. I could have killed 2 or 3 of them at any given time, and then I was so sick I couldn't see shit. In terms of my screen was so grayed out, so I went to go and rob them one last time to grab a couple of things to try and survive, and then one of their guys came around and was like, "Hello, excuse me?" And I'm like, and so I just was like, fuck it, and took off running. He shot and killed me. But no, man, I dig DayZ. I dig playing, but I think I'm gonna probably try and start playing primarily on Wasteland. I get why King is playing on Red Zone, but Wasteland just makes more sense to me.
Because it's more awesome.
Well, it's
the rules are also probably a little less. I don't know.
It's I'm gonna play by more strict rules than the average role player anyway, just because having run the previous Chernarus RP server and building all the rules for that one, I have a set in my mind that what makes good RP, and so my rules for how I will dictate myself are always going to be more strict than any server rules are, and that's just personal preference, right? That's not anything on anybody, but that's just personal preference. But I think I like Wasteland just because this is where, King is, this is where I'll get Marcus back to, this is where, if they've got a trading post going, I know where, I'm sure they're doing it in Green Mountain, which means eventually I will work my way over to Green Mountain, just because that's what my character would do anyway. And then I will, interact with those guys, and I'll find ways to start working around the situations that we have. I need to start going to the website more often so I can keep track of factions and whatnot and who's doing what. But
yeah, so we haven't made any posts about it like that. We don't have a forum. I mean, we have a Google group for that kind of stuff, but we don't have a dedicated forum. Yeah, we should come up with a way to announce these kind of things.
Yeah, so what we did was this: I'm sure you were on the Chernarus RP server. So if you remember the Chernarus RP
yeah, they
site,
had like subfolders and people had to apply to make a group and have rules about. Yeah,
that was all me building that out.
That's cool. I don't. They cracked down on some of the groups by defining like how many people you had to have in the groups and stuff. And I'm just like, eh.
Well, and so the reason that happened. Was because you would have somebody who would pop up. They would make somebody like we'll just say player A, right? And player A actually stands for somebody specific that I remember from the server. But we had a player that would pop up. He would make a character. He'd make a faction. He'd die in the same night. But then this faction was an artifact left on the website. Right.
Yeah, see, by not putting it on the website, it's pretty good, right? Because how are you gonna know? How are you gonna know about what factions are in the game unless you go around in the game or get told about them?
And exactly, but then at the same time, you kind of run into the problem where, depending on how you have your meta rule set up and you have your roleplay rule set up, depending on what information a person carries over. Oh shit! What information your character carries over after you die. Does a new player have to go back, and does a new character have to go back? If they decide they want to play somebody new, do they have to go back and relearn all the factions in order to have that in game?
Only I think new life.
Yeah.
If you want a new life, you get a new life. If you don't want a new life, you just don't remember anything.
Yep.
For that day or the hour or whatever.
Yeah. So.
Hey Shadow, are you close to Mother Base?
Yeah, but I just lost
the
car.
Well, you know where 72% is, dude? The car spawn?
Yeah.
72%.
Yeah.
Come there, dude. I have something to show you.
Are you talking about the messed up one?
No. Well, yeah, it's fucked up, but it's not.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can get there, I want to show you something.
Wait, why can't I open these doors? That doesn't make any sense. I shouldn't be able to. Weird. I want this car. How do I get this car back? Alright, I'm coming back. I just flipped the fucking car. That's why you drive in third person sometimes.
Rhino, does your wife play, dude?
Nah, not DayZ. She not a big fan of it because I mean she likes roleplay, but she doesn't like roleplay in terms of like she for a couple of different reasons. Number one, in the event that somebody like decided to be sexist or mouthed off to her or anything like that, she would just shoot the fucker.
Okay.
Like that would be the end of it, right?
That's
She
funny,
would
yeah.
she'd put a fucking bullet like in their dick and be done with it.
I guess I don't see a problem with that. I mean,
Yeah,
no. It's not. So it has nothing to do with the actual game. It has to do with just she doesn't want to run into any issues like that. Plus, she doesn't find DayZ exactly fun because it's the whole survival aspect of it. Like she's shit for navigating, shit for like in the event that she got picked up and like carried with a group immediately. She would last longer with it, but for the most part, because she there's any kind of independent roleplay there, where she'd have to be by herself for a while, that would be a bit problematic. I may get her to try it again. Give it once we get this whole office switched over, we're actually going to be a little bit closer to each other, and I'll be able to see her screen and shit like that. So I may try to get it, may do another go at it and see if we can get her on, but we'll see.
Rhino, that's against the rules. That's metagaming, and you cannot do that.
Yeah. Well,
I'm just kidding.
well, that's just gonna wind up happening. But no, it'll be good.
I was just
so
kidding.
one of the one of the things I think we want to do is start up a small subgroup that we're gonna call it the Meat Farm. It's like 4 guys meet, and we're gonna set up a tent in one of the lowlands that has like a shitload of fog. Like get a ratty military tent, have it sitting out in the middle of like a valley of fog, surround it with like torches, and basically go out, find people. Give them a ride, but then like pull over, put a bag on their head, and put them back in the car, and then take them there, and like just before they start getting in there, take the bag off their head, and have them walk towards the meat tent, where they can happily see all the meat that's in there.
Yeah.
What if we don't kill them? We just make them eat some of it, dude. We make you eat.
I think we should. I think killing them is a nice horror style thing, or maybe we roll some dice or we play a game and we figure out what we want to do. But we'll have to drop them off somewhere else.
We made friends. We basically would grab groups of people. Like if we could find 2 people at once, Syndicate would grab both of them, put bags on both of their heads, take them to a open, like one of the open warehouses. Like you can ask King and Marcus all this kind of shit. We'd put bags over their head. We'd throw 1 axe on the ground, and tell them whoever killed the other one would win. And so we didn't tell them what they would win. They would assume that they would win their survival. And we would let them make their friend like roleplay killing out their friend to survive. And then we would shoot the winner afterwards in the leg, and like go like bring zombies to the house. Basically, like we would go and bring zombies over the area. So this guy with a shot off leg would be stuck with no equipment, no gear,
and zombies just come after him.
And that would be his chance for survival. Like that's what you won. Congratulations.
Nice.
That's awesome.
So we would do shit like that.
Yeah, so that's the idea of this one, is that we would do that, and I think it'd be pretty fun.
Nice, I like it.
It's like something you just do part time, and then
guys, you guys need S3X1 back on the server.
Get him.
He is
Batar.
Yeah, did you guys ever encounter S3X1?
I encountered S3X1. It was the time traveling sex robot.
Yep, time traveling sex robot. That was him.
Yeah, the problem I had with Batar last time was that he joined the second iteration of Chernarus RP, and all he did was go around and fucking poison people, like broken game mechanic poison people. Like I was sitting there cooking, and since I was cooking, the game doesn't let you defend yourself, so he just came up and like force fed me drain cleaner, and I'm like, what? And I stood up, pulled out a gun, and they're like, no, don't shoot, and I was like, fuck that, and I just unloaded a fucking gun into his chest, and it was like, I was like, you know what? It's like. You're never gonna like I would swat the bottle away if you were trying to do that to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's metagaming. That's forced RP. It's bullshit.
Yeah, and I can guarantee you that Patar as a player. Yeah, I'm sure he was. I guarantee you, Patar as a player, by whatever point in time he was doing that bullshit, he was already pissed off about plenty of other things. I can't imagine him just doing that.
He sent in a resignation thing after, because I think he did it again to some other people, and they just killed him on sight or something like that, or whatever. And it's just like, it's like, look, I don't know, coming in and claiming that you're the crown prince of something doesn't make you the crown prince of something.
Yeah.
You got to sell it,
Yeah. Well, I mean, and certainly, like, I would absolutely agree with that. For example, we ran into that a lot with Syndicate, where we had to become a convincing you don't want to fuck with us rather than just saying you don't want to fuck with us. Like, for example, on the forums, we would do in-game roleplay, like forum posts, where actually what wound up happening was so Fillmore has this character that is just basically a simple man named George.
George.
And George would run around with me quite a bit, But Quinn and friends had Andy, which was Andy, and Andy was Andy. Anyway, Andy took his character very seriously. Never wanted his character to die. Always liked to play the silent, tragic, protagonist of with tragic past, and was trying to make amends and yada yada yada. But he killed Fillmore one night, basically for no fucking reason, while I was running around with him. So that started the whole war between Syndicate and everybody else, and so we had to go in through game and actually make it understood that the war was happening. We had to go in through game and like actually do the whole process. Like for example, whenever they were posted up, that manufacturing area right outside of Novo, all those buildings there.
Yeah.
And how you could actually build a like a base inside of one of the buildings that was harder to get into. So there's basically one of the bases that had one of those double doors, those gigantic double doors, but the entrance to it was obscured through junk. You had to like know exactly where to jump and exactly where to do to get into this to get into the entrance of this place. And so we actually went in there, stole a bunch of stuff because we knew it was her base. We followed them back, stole a bunch of stuff, and left a note inside that said "Syndicate sends its regards." And then when the first person walked out, we sniped them from the hill. And
Okay.
so, like, basically, as soon as they see this note and pick up this note and read it, and they walk outside, the first guy just drops and falls and is dead. And so that's how the whole war got started. So yeah, you actually have to RP your stance on whatever it is. It didn't really fucking matter whether or not you think you're the king of the world. It's what you RP and what you make it.
Totally agreed with you there.
So it's good stuff. I prefer playing with situations or playing with people that are along that same line and mindset.
How far away are you?
I'm at the launching pad thing, but I am currently killing a whole bunch of deer.
Nice. Hey guys, I'm gonna have to step away for just a bit. I gotta go wake up my wife and stuff. She took a nap, and so I gotta go wake her up and figure out what it is we're doing for lunch and all that kind of stuff, and then get back to moving and stuff. So I'll be on a little bit later.
All right, man.
Have a good night.
User disconnected from your channel.
At night? I think I might be able to get all this meat back. I just gotta throw away some bones.
Dude, you know what I think we should do, dude? I think we should do that whole cannibal shit, dude. But have the meat tent. But what we should do is we should kidnap people and fucking make them come down and eat it, dude. That's what their punishment should be. You're gonna eat this because we're gonna make you a survivor. We're gonna make you like the zombies. All of us are. You know what I mean? Like that's what we're trying, like terraforming or something. Is that kind of what it is? But it's like not the land. We're trying to evolve.
Okay. I'm down with it.
We're gonna make you eat this. And not kill them, just let them eat it, but then let them go. Be like, there you go. Your guns and stuff are in that house over there. Have at it.
I just took down 6 deer.
Oh, wow. I'm coming to the launch pad.
Okay, because, yeah, there's a bunch of meat and bones and stuff I wouldn't mind taking back.
I have a barrel hidden in a very strategic spot where we can hide all of our very high-valued stuff.
Oh, that sounds like a good idea, because both of our SVDs are in there.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a bunch of meat. There's a bunch of bones over here that I wouldn't mind getting. Like when you go to the launch pad, keep going a little bit further ahead along the fence.
Dude, my bad about last night, dude. I was sitting there. I was like, let me log for a minute, and I'm gonna go over here and sit down, dude, and fucking just fell asleep.
Did you get my message?
Yeah, you said something about your neck. I got it this morning.
Yeah, I got fucked up in a car accident like a long time ago, and I've been recently started playing soccer, and it kind of like it's that same area. I don't know, maybe it's a bulging disc, who knows? But I was just like, fuck it, you know, my neck has been bothering me, so I was just like, I can't sit here and look at the computer monitor for a while. I gotta go, you know, somewhere else. Grab some ibuprofen and stuff like that. When we talk about Launchpad, we're talking down by Pelota, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Plus, I need to spend some time and get you guys up to speed on OBS.
All right, I'm back.
Oh, cool! I can add or remove moderators to YouTube gaming.
All right, dude. I'm at the launch pad.
I'm sitting here. What are you talking about? Oh, there you are. See me?
Yeah, I see you.
Howdy ho, neighbor.
Good day.
Don't you want to be my neighbor?
Good day, neighbor.
Come here. We need to get some of these bones because we can make some improvised arrows.
Wait a minute, Shadow. Now let me ask you a question, and let's be honest.
Okay.
When the fuck do we ever carry a bow and arrow?
Look, okay, then grab some of this leather. Yeah, they were all stuck right along this fence right here. Yeah, there's some more leather right here. There's some more leather right here. I would like to play a character sometime where all we did was use bow and arrows. Like, we would go into, like, the Italian's place and kill everybody with bow and arrows.
Dude, I want to kill somebody.
Well, we can work on that. I have a... I'm sorry, but I have a briefcase full of meat right now. Alright, I'm gonna go drop this stuff off at the, back at base.
Dude, there's another pelt of leather back there. I
Yeah,
couldn't grab.
There are multiple pelts, yeah. It's, but when we need to actually try to make something with it, otherwise I'm not sure what we're gonna do with it.
Make water bottles, dude. Those are very, very good.
Oh, yeah, we should do that. Yes, Daisy will return in a moment. I need to make the mic go. I need to mute my mic when that happens too. But I have my backpack is full of meat right now, so yeah, we're gonna have a barbecue. That's exactly what I was talking. That's it. Yeah, I mean, but the foggy area, you have like the tent, you have the torches, you have the ambiance. Like, yeah, yeah. I wouldn't. I would say that we don't eat it ever because the giggles are gonna fuck it up. You know that people are gonna. You know how people react. They're just very poor RPers. So, like, we can force them to have the giggles. Yeah, that'd be cool. But we should flip a quarter, you know, or something like that, and it's like, looks like you're eating meat today, or looks like you're meat today. Yeah, I think this would be a good idea. I really do like this idea. We don't go as ourselves though, because that's gonna we go as we dress down. We do something different. Like you can shoot somebody to take their legs out too, but you know, you then carry the inherent risk of being shot and killed. So it is okay. I love the space back in here. Yeah. No, I can understand that. I wonder what's up over there. If there's a if it's a if you can get a little bit. Yeah. But that town doesn't have any spawns. Yeah. They're only 3 high. They're 3 high guns. I got a hacksaw for Oh yeah, we should wear these masks too when that happens. Yeah, all of them. It didn't matter. Okay. Sure. I know. Yeah. Here, I'm gonna grab that. There's a private tent. Oh no, that private tent got taken, didn't it? The person tent at the end. It's gone. Over here. Yeah, it's gone. It was in here. Yeah, that's fine. I was looking to try and find making a meat packing put a place for all this meat. No, I love them, but I'm good with this assault one for now.